What's up YouTube, welcome back to another video on my channel Skotrix, and today as you can see we are back on NBA 2K25 for another build guide video, and in today's video on current gen for another build guide video, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to build the best Vince Carter build in NBA 2K25 current gen. And this build has obviously super good finishing, it gets all the contact dunk animations, it has good shooting as well, great playmaking so you can create your own shot, you can get to the rim. Not the best defense on this build, but you do need to give something else up so that you can have very good attributes in the other categories, and it does have very good physicals as well. So let's get into it here. First off, on this screen nothing really matters except the position. You want to be a shooting guard, and you can set up everything else however you want. For the body settings here, you want to put your height to 6'6", weight down to 189 pounds, and your wingspan can go to 7'3" right there, and then you can choose whichever body shape you like the look of the most. It doesn't change anything about the build except the look, so just choose whichever one you like the look of the most. I would say defined is probably the most similar to Vince Carter, but yeah, you can choose whichever one you want, then go ahead and click next. For the finishing attributes right here, you can put your close shot up to a 68, obviously not the main emphasis of this build for finishing. Put your driving layup up to an 86, so that's very good, and then you can put your driving dunk up all the way to a 96, which is obviously for a Vince Carter build very important, and this will give you all of the contact dunk animations you get. As you can see, goal posterizer and a ton of other great finishing badges up to Hall of Fame gold or silver. So it's a very good dunking build, finishing build, slashing build, whatever you want to say, and you can just leave the rest of the finishing. You don't really need to worry about that too much. For the shooting right here, you can bring your mid-range up to a 78, and your three-pointer can go up to max, which is an 83, so you'll be a great shooting build here. You have basically every good badge again onto gold or Hall of Fame, except for the tier 3s, those are onto bronze or silver, but that's fine. Still very good shooting build. And then you can put your free throw up to a 61. Didn't really upgrade the free throw much on this build, but that's okay. Now onto the playmaking, put your pass accuracy up to a 66 right here. That should be good enough. You're not going to be throwing the ball out of bounds or anything like that. You get a few badges there as well. And the ball handle can go up to an 81, which is very good for a build like this. Whether you want to be the primary ball handler or the secondary ball handler, you'll have no problem with an 81 ball handle. It's a very versatile build in that regard, so you should be able to play however you want with it. And now the speed of ball can go up to max, which is 86. That will give quick first step onto gold, which is very good. And as you can see, you have a good amount of playmaking badges right there and a good amount of variety to choose from. Now onto the defense right here. Like I said, not a great defensive build at all, but that's kind of the cost you have to pay. As you can see, this build is already up to a 96 overall, and we haven't touched defense or physicals yet, so you kind of have to pay that cost if you want great shooting, great finishing, all contact dunks. You want the ability to create your own shot and get to the rim with the playmaking, then you kind of have to give up something, and I decided to give up defense in this build. So I put the perimeter defense up to a 60, which will give you 3 defense badges, and then the defensive rebound goes up to a 30 right there, and that's all the defense this build gets. So you can, with a 60, play some defense. You're not going to be getting any steals or blocks obviously, but you should be able to guard people on the perimeter. If you have a lockdown on your team, it will help you out a lot because you can play off ball defense and they can guard the ball handler. But if not, you could guard the ball handler, just try to stay in front of him, and you're kind of banking on your scoring every possession with your great offensive attributes, because your defense really isn't great. But you should be able to get some stops with a 60 perimeter defense, but obviously it's a big weakness of this build. But now onto the physicals. Another thing that's very great about this build: speed goes all the way up to a 90, so you can get to the rim easily. Acceleration stays at a 75, that's not too important. Strength goes to a 54. Vertical goes up to an 80 right there, and then I just got to lower a few of these things back down so that we can get the stamina up to max. The stamina should go up to a 99, which is obviously very good. And once you have everything set up like this, 23 finishing, 21 shooting, 20 playmaking, 3 defense, and great physicals, go ahead and click continue. For the takeovers, you have access to the slasher, shot creator, sharpshooter, and playmaking takeovers. Obviously I'm going to go with the slasher takeovers, but you can choose whichever one you want. But I think for the Vince Carter build, most people will probably go for slasher ones, and you can choose whichever ones fit your playstyle the best. I'll just go with easy blow-bys and finishing moves, but it's really up to you which you want to go with. And then you're going to get compared to Anthony Simmons, which seems every build gets compared to him, Austin Reeves, and Jalen Green as well. And the build is going to be called a high flyer. So yeah, there you guys go. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I upload daily 2K25 content, build guides, all that, so make sure you sub so you don't miss any of that. But that's gonna be it. All right, peace.